Hi. Hi. If I'm new to you, my name is Shon. If we have a history together, welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about the fact that you are enough to fill in the blank. If you think you're not interesting enough to capture attention or get hired for a specific job, it's probably because you've shamed away all the weird parts of yourself, either in an attempt to fit in with your schoolmates, nobody says schoolmates, kids at school, or co-workers if you're an adult, or to escape the criticism of family members, specifically parents and siblings. You know, the ones who know you best. But do they? You know, most of the time, when someone is trying to get you to stop behaving a certain way, it's because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Not just with you, but also with themselves. Either because they don't give themselves the permission to think or speak the way you are in that moment, or do whatever it is you're doing, or because your behavior or words in that moment are illuminating for them areas where they are literally shitty people. Yeah, I said it. Or if your behavior in that moment somehow makes them feel like they can't be themselves in that same moment. Even if that self is a perfectly acceptable self for them to be, which most are. So we have to take what others say about us with a grain of salt. You know, no matter how close we are to them or how often they've said it, that thing that they say all the time. And in doing so, we'll be able to let ourselves be weird, as loud, as ridiculous, as outspoken, as sensitive, as smart, as quirky, as funny, as angry, as active, as strong, as hopeful as we want to be. Now, unlocking the many sides of me didn't just make me more interesting and help me find my own star quality, but it made me more lovable. People just like me better when I'm being authentic and whole. My light and my shadow are all me, all of me. Being my complete self also unblocks my creativity. It makes me more artistic and more productive because there are more facets of myself to share. So I always have something new to draw from and build a piece of art around or create a character, add to a character. If I'm just trying to present one side, like only one side of Shon, that's very limited. And so then what I'm able to do is very limited. So if you feel like you're not enough of anything, not interesting enough, not smart enough, do you know there was a time where I felt bad about myself because I wasn't weird enough? You know, weird was in Hollywood for a while. It's just not true. You just need to give yourself the space and the grace to connect with those parts of you that don't feel acceptable right now. Bring them into the light. And not only will you benefit from self-love, you'll unearth your self-worth, and they are not the same thing. But that's a topic for another episode. Right now, God, that was so quirky how I did it. Anyway, right now, you might want to check out a video Chrisitna Lopes has on YouTube called 2 Effective Strategies for Shining Your Authentic Self. I put a link to it in the description of this episode of my show, along with links to other support materials to help you in this area. In the meantime, I love saying that. Thanks for being here. I really mean that. Thanks, guys.